everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is summertime, which means it's just around the time of my channel anniversary. I started this channel back in July of 2013, so it is 5 years old now. Can you believe it? I have uploaded a video basically every 2 weeks for the last 5 years. It doesn't feel like it at all. Anyway, around the time of the anniversary of my channel, I like to do an update on my favorite Holy Grail natural products, just because I feel like that was part of the impetus for me starting this channel, was exploring natural skincare and beauty products. I was really trying to, at the time in 2013, I was really doing a lot of investigating about not just what goes into my body but on my skin as well. So I like to celebrate every year in the summertime by doing one of these updates. A lot of these products will be very familiar to you if you've been with me for any length of that 5 years, because I have found tried and true products that I've stuck with over the years that are not only natural but budget friendly. There are a couple new ones that I've discovered over the last year or two that might also look somewhat familiar to you if you watch every single one of my videos. I'm not sure that you do. I'm going to start off with a product that I haven't mentioned ever before on this channel. It is this Viva Natural Sweet Almond Oil, 100% pure and fragrance free. I always love reading about how other people use natural products, and I saw a number of people, like models and actors, mentioned that they apply sweet almond oil straight out of the shower as their moisturizer on their skin, on their body. I looked into it and I've been loving it so far. This creates a sort of, it's not powdery, but it sinks in the skin really well. Similar to jojoba oil, but jojoba oil is, I think, much more expensive. It's relatively lightweight, so it's really a good base for any sort of skin type, I would say. I'm going to move on to another oil that you guys are going to be so familiar with if you've followed my channel for any length of time, and that is Argan Oil. I just find that Argan Oil is so incredibly versatile. This is the Josie Maran one, but I've tried also the Camden Gray line one and then the Ordinary one. This is way cheaper. I think the Ordinary charges like $6.99 for 1 ounce, and Trader Joe's also has their own argan oil, which I have not tried yet, and I probably will try that next. But of all the ones I have tried, I do find that the Josie Maran one is the best, just because it doesn't become thicker over time like the other two brands have for me. It's light, and this is just the regular one because I know Josie Maran makes a light one. I use it in damp hair to tame my frizzies. I use it as an all-over sort of leave-in oil to style. I use it as a moisturizer. I've even used Argan Oil as an oil cleanser, although it is very expensive to use it for that purpose. But Argan Oil is something that I'm going to repurchase probably until something much better comes along. And then the last oil I'm going to talk about is another one that I basically started talking about almost as soon as I created this channel, and it's the Rosehip Seed Oil. I think The Ordinary also sells Rosehip Seed Oil, which I have not yet tried because I've always used Life-flo. It is a little bit more difficult to get a hold of the Life-flo brand. I order it from Vitacost, but the last order I made with Vitacost was not very successful. It was delivered, no, it wasn't delivered actually. The mail people decided it was too damaged to actually deliver, so then they confiscated it, and then I had to go back to Vitacost and say, what the heck happened? I never received my package, can you resend it? Which they were very lovely, and it was so simple to do that, but I just don't really want to go through the headache of doing that every single time I order. I think they're using like a new delivery system or something like that. One of these babies usually lasts me about 2 years because it is so rich. Like, I personally cannot use it all over my face whenever I feel like. I watched that girl, Alexandria Morgan, that model who lives in New York City. She uses this every day all over her face, and I know she has really dry skin. So it might work for someone who has really dry skin, but I have like normal skin. This, when I was applying it every day to this area, it gave me milia. So I don't recommend it for someone who doesn't have dry skin or mature skin, but this is phenomenal for restoring skin. It has helped fade spots on my skin, heal skin, so I will probably buy this for a long time to come. About $5 for 1 ounce off of Vitacost, and I think The Ordinary charges a similar amount of money. Okay, so I'm done with the oils now. I've done so many videos on Drunk Elephant products. This is a C-Firma Day Serum. I've tried 2 vitamin C serums now, the Henriksen one, and this one is by far my favorite. It's definitely more difficult to spread on the face. It's more of an oil that you have to pat in rather than like a glossy sort of gel-like serum that a lot of serums are like. But I feel like this one really, really works. It is expensive, but it lasts a long time. This is 0.27 ounces. I use it every 3 days and it lasted me about close to 11 months. I've done so many videos on it. I'll link them down below if you want to check them out. Vitamin C is supposed to help with fighting free radicals and, you know, preventing aging and things like that. I have noticed a difference, not in aging, but I've noticed a difference in like the clarity of my face and my skin tone. I just think it really does brighten the skin and rejuvenate it. I'm going to talk about 2 products that you probably are sick to death of me talking about, but I shall talk about them anyway. You can fast forward if you want. This is my Kiss My Face Face Factor SPF Broad Spectrum 30. Love this stuff. This is probably like my 5th or 6th tube of it. This is my go-to moisturizer SPF year-round. It is a little bit waxier than most. It feels a little bit like a primer. I've talked about this so many times. It is very affordable. 2 ounces for like $7 or so, give or take. It can go up to as much as like 12, but I can usually get it for between about $6 and $8 on Amazon or Vitacost. There's like no fragrance. It's natural. It has hyaluronic acid in it, has physical SPF, and it doesn't make me particularly greasy. I don't know if it's my age or my skin, but like everything used to make my skin really greasy. This one doesn't. The other SPF I do like, but I just cannot bring myself to spend the amount of money they're asking for on, well, not good English. The other SPF that I really like, but I can't bring myself to pay for regularly, is the Josie Maran SPF like 47. It's like a white one. I don't remember what it's called. That one feels heavier though. It goes on kind of like greasy, but then it settles down into a powder and it just looks really nice. But I just can't bring myself to spend that much money on it. I think it's like $32 for 2 ounces. The other one that I have not talked to death about, but I've mentioned quite a few times, is 100% natural African black soap. I first tried this around 2013 or 14. I think it worked better for my skin back then. It was sort of like, I remember when I first started using this, it was quite drying on my skin, but it really banished my skin from any sort of problems. I didn't have any pimples for the entire time that I used this. And then I kind of ran out and I started using like more traditional washes and things like that for my face. And then I started seeing things come back. So I bought this again. It's not doing as good of a job as it did back then. I don't know if it's my diet or stress, or maybe I just need to give it some time. But I bought the same brand. This is from Smell Good. I originally bought it off of Etsy. But this time I got it off of Amazon and it's still the same quality as I remember. I still like it. I wash my face with this once a day. It does sting a little bit, but I really feel like it is very cleansing. African black soap contains more or less, I mean every formula is a little bit different, but this one contains plantain, cocoa pods, palm tree leaves, shade tree bark, ash. It does have some gritty bits in it, so I always like to just like rub it into my hand and lather it up and then just wash my face with the lather. I definitely think it does a great job of cleansing the skin. I just slice off little pieces. You can see this is half a piece. I'm working on the other half right now. It's been about 2 or 3 months. I will link my videos down below of African black soap if you want to find out more about it. And then the last 2 products are fairly new to this channel. This one I don't even know if I should be talking about because they don't even make it anymore. It's a Korres Yogurt Instant Soothing Gel Skin Calming Moisture Boosting. It's just a very light moisturizer, very light. It smells kind of funky. If you've ever smelled the yogurt line from Korres, it's kind of like the sour but fake perfuming kind of smell. But this, they don't make it anymore. They have something similar called After Sun Greek Yogurt Cooling Gel for face and body. The ingredients aren't exactly the same, but this has worked wonders for my skin in terms of like evening the skin tone and things like that. It contains lactic acid because it is a yogurt based skincare product, and you can actually feel it stinging a little bit when you put it on. I like to use it especially when I have blemishes or when my skin is just dull looking, but I also use it as an everyday moisturizer too, especially during the summer and spring months when it's hotter, because it's more of a gel I'm thinking of buying the After Sun cooling gel, so I would check that out if you like the sound of what I just said about this. I nearly forgot to mention the Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. This is not my favorite clay mask of all time, and that one is the L'Oreal Pure Clay one, the black one, but that one's not 100% natural. So this one is pretty good, especially when you mix it with vinegar in terms of like calming things down and helping spots go away. It can really make a difference in the skin. So I had to mention this. I would repurchase, although it takes forever to get through one of these. Anyway, you guys know what this is. Just have to mention it. The last product is this highlighting wand. It's actually called an Illuminizing wand from Josie Maran. Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing wand. It is argan oil based just like all Josie Maran products are, and it's such a natural color. I've really taken over the last year to cream products because they blend so well, especially during the summer months. And then in the winter it gives like, I mean, when you have like dry spots, and the cream really helps make everything look more alive, dimensional, I guess you could say. This one is kind of pricey. It's $28, but I feel like this will last me so long. That is my favorite natural makeup product. $28. I actually got it as part of a kit, which is no longer available, unfortunately. This is 0.36 ounces. Okay, well, those are all of my Holy Grail products from 2013 through 2018. Let me know what natural products you cannot live without. I look really glowy today. I'm actually not wearing any highlighter. I'm actually using another Josie Maran product. I promise I'm not sponsored or associated with her. I'm wearing the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Cheek Gelee, and I really struggled to learn how to use this on my face, but I have, I guess, figured it out, and it just looks glossy on my face. So I haven't used highlighter in a while because this is sort of like a highlighter in its own way. I also really like that product, but it's not a Holy Grail for me. Share with me your Holy Grail products, whether they're natural or not, and then let me know what you thought of some of the products I mentioned here. If you have any suggestions for other ones I should check out, especially ones that are affordable. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching and for subscribing if you do. I will see you next time.